I wanted to talk about, the calcification. You know, uh, in previous videos, I have covered that we, when we eat acid-forming foods, which is primary or unnatural foods, or call them survival foods, meats, milk of other species, especially cow and buffalo, and bigger animals, having extra protein or casein protein, it's acid-forming in the body, and the eggs and the legumes and the cooked grains like the ones with the gluten, because gluten being protein again is acid forming, and of course all the processed foods and oil. So all the acid forming foods, right, they are responsible for calcification of the body, because what over the period of many thousand years of evolution, since we started eating unnatural foods and acid forming ones, the body actually evolved to and learned to utilize calcium for neutralizing those acids, as part of the metabolism of acid forming foods. Now to neutralize that, it needs some minerals, right, and calcium and some other like phosphorus maybe is available from the bones within the body. So body takes that from the bones and carries it, right, to the tissues of the body where the acids are accumulated from the acid forming foods, right. Now those acidified tissues would degenerate faster and you get inflamed if body did not try and utilize it with calcium. So the body leaches calcium from the bones. So your bones become weak, they become porous many times. That is what arthritis is, right? That's why you get joint pains as well. Right. And also, and when this calcium deposits go, now wherever the acidified tissues are there, where the acid accumulations are in the tissues, whether it's brains or eyes or or anywhere else, arteries, that's where body would you know get issues. So cataract is basically calcification of your eye tissues. The dementia and memory issues is again the calcification of tissues in the brain, the cells in the brains. And besides, of course, the heavy metal toxicity and other chemical toxins, or any chemical which can pass the blood brain barrier, right. So the very simple solution is that we need to understand the root cause. The root cause is acid forming foods, root cause is chemicals and toxicity, which a body over a period of time, once you're too accumulated, cannot uh, eliminate it effectively. So we have to do two things. We have to stop uh, you know acid forming foods, which is the root cause, and toxicity through chemicals or anything else, right. So if we eliminate the root cause, the acid formation and the toxicity will not happen. The body will not have to leach calcium and other minerals from the bones and try to utilize those acids. So the bones would remain intact and the calcification of tissues won't happen for a longer period of time, right. Now, what the other the treatment based modality is that they try to give medicines which are acids, hydrochloric acids, and which kind of react with the calcium deposits and try to dissolve them and throw it out of the body. But again, as part of that chemical reaction, there would be some byproducts also. You wouldn't want them, to be in your body, right? Why would you want calcium deposits in the first place? Why would you want then extra chemicals being put in the body and then the reactions being put in the body and then again putting a load of on the body for eliminating all these byproducts, right? Because your kidneys will get taxed. So very important solution, very important to avoid acid forming foods, avoid any toxic chemicals in the body, and stay healthy, right? Very simple solution, rather than within your 50, 60, 70s degenerating, getting cataract or dementia, Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, and arthritis, and getting arteries clogged with minerals deposits, getting heart attack or a BP or a stroke. It's such so simple, living natural food lifestyle in nature, right? Rather than eating cooked acid forming foods and living somewhere in polluted areas. It's very simple. To stop your calcification of all your body, you and the calcification would happen more where more acid forming issues happen, right? The more acidified tissues would get more calcium deposits, and that's why different parts in different people get degenerated faster. Somebody would cataract earlier, somebody would get dementia earlier, somebody would get heart diseases earlier. It all depends on where the acid formation or accumulation has happened more, and where the calcium or other mineral deposits are there more to kind of handle that. So, and these are all obstructions, right? The acids, the mucus as a response to acid formation, and the mineral deposits, these are all obstructions. And once these obstructions are there too much in the body, the flow of energy, the flow of blood, the flow of oxygen is all, uh, you know, obstructed. So your body doesn't function effectively, right? So what we should do? I mean, we have to just cleanse the body